From the Tracts list page, we have the option of going into a track for viewing purposes or editing. If you have the authority to work with a particular track, you'll see your options here on the left-hand column. We could view it, edit it, we could go to Documents Associated, Manage Statuses, check the audit trail, track entity reports, create a new track, split, copy, and then you have access to the associated realms. I say associated realms because these would be specifically contracts, parties, instruments, units, wells assigned to this particular track. Whereas going to the toolbar at the top will take us back into tracks from a broad point of view. Once we are actually in a track and we click on an association like contracts, it will take us to contracts associated with this. We'll use our breadcrumb to take us back just a notch. We'll go back into edit. Look at the right column, you'll see also that any files or images uploaded and associated with this track will be here for quick access. Any notes associated with it, tags in the case that you have to specify certain tracks that are associated with maybe protected lands or even a unit, etc. You'll have that here, and then you'll have your associations here, your links. These parties are associated with this track, this contract, these instruments, units, wells. In the edit screen, there's some tabs here, and these tabs will of course become utilized as the track is developed. We have track number, track description, acreage, the assigned broker. You have statuses that you can assign from this page, any comments or notes that you'd like to add, as well as a working history on any requests made for this, and your legal description. Up here we'll go to location tabs. This is just to confirm that we have inputted the correct property description for later output, whether it be on contracts or reports. You can also add locations, and you can delete as you go. Ownership, people associated with this particular track. Research dates, in the case that you want to show the title research or end dates in case you need to update the ownership at a later date. And then restrictions, if you have restrictions to the track, you have drop down values that you can include, date restrictions, or any comment. Back to the edit screen, click on documents. We'll see this is the page that we utilize to request ownership reports, or in the case that we have a contract, it also gives us a history of the last previously requested so that you can compare when changes are made. You can go to configure ownership report printing and select options here, show parties without ownership, show source deed table, tags, ownership report footer, include contract history, etc. And configure run sheet printing if you want half sheets, single document with images, no images. Manage statuses. This is a quick way to adjust in the case that you might sign a contract with a landowner and you want to mark everywhere that you had a status running on that particular landowner or that contract. You can put goal attained, you could put signed per broker, and signed for broker on the party status, signed per broker. Audit trail gives us an indication of changes made to this particular tract of land. They're date stamped as well as showing the old value and the new value. Track entity report. We can see that we have access, the relationship between this track and the other realms. A contract 10, party Mark F. Edwards, and as mentioned before, you will have the access of the availability to download this as a PDF if you need. Next, we see that they give us the availability from an existing track to create a new track, to split a track, to copy a track, and again, these are the associated realms with this track.